Hey everybody! Okay, and if you're reading the title, this is Paint Tool SAI for new people. And before I say anything about the entire program, I am going to tell you about something you need to get before you start. And you see this lovely line I'm drawing. See it? Yeah. So you see how it's and not is because I am using something called a tablet, and basically it just makes your lines be different densities and changes with how hard you press. And if you don't have a tablet, you can buy one. I'll get one. Here is a tablet that I already pulled up on Google Images for you, and this is what I'm using right now, and it is very nice. It's pretty cheap. It's well, $60. I don't know, that's cheap to you. I'm not really supposed to judge, but this is the one I have. It's nothing fancy, but it gets the job done, and I'm not a professional by any means, so yeah. So that's what makes your lines nice and smooth like this. And if you don't have a tablet or don't have the money, or you're just you're not sure about this yet, don't get one until you know for sure this is what you like. Because I went for a whole year using a tablet. I don't even know what a tablet was, so that's why I'm telling you. Because it would have saved me an entire whole year of not knowing how to do anything. So yeah, very big help, and definitely something you might want to get. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to tell you how to do if you've ever seen it on Speed Paints, how they have their first rough sketch, and then they have their line art over top of that sketch, so like that. Yeah, that is not a magic trick. There's something that what makes Paint Tool SAI so different and good, well, all the drawing programs out there, is that they have a concept called layers, and it is so helpful. If you ever tried doing MS Paint and then going to Paint Tool SAI, it's your mind is just expanded because you can do so many new things. So what you do is you first, let me just split them. You first make your line art. So we have this beautiful squiggle. That's my line art. And then if you're that's bad, it's also an orange and I want it to be in black, just go over here, make a new layer, get black, and then just draw whatever, if you wanted to trace it, that's okay. I guess that's what you would do, but I'm not gonna do that because, time. And so, okay, so that's my liner. And what you want to do after that, to get this layer to go away, you can either delete the layer or you can just make it not be able to be seen. If you want to use the bottom layer for future reference, you should probably just make it not seen, and then once you need it again, just put it back, or you can just go delete it like that, or you can erase it too if you want. Hey, it's up to you. And as long as it if you don't want it and it doesn't interfere, you don't want it to interfere, just do any of that. And yeah, so that is how you get rid of rough sketches. Okay. So I have my sketch and my line art, and okay, so I'm just gonna get rid of the sketch because I don't need it. And the next step is coloring. And when I first started, coloring was, oh my gosh, coloring was something that I did not understand. I tried to bucket it, never used the bucket. It is a very, very, very aggravating tool, okay? Just use Select Pen. Okay, I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you're coloring is make a new layer. See, I made a new layer after my line art, and then what you want to do is take that layer and just put it underneath. You just click and drag the layer underneath your line art, so that way, okay, so I'll show you what happens if it's over top. If it's over top, then it just goes over line art like that, but if it's underneath, then it goes underneath the line art like this, and that's how you do it. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is go on your line art, and to make sure it's as accurate as possible, make sure there are no gaps in the lines, because if there are, then it's just gonna go all over the place, and that's not fun. So what you can do, this is what I usually do, but you can do it a lot of ways. You can take this little magic thingy, what's it called, wand, magic wand, and then just click and it'll turn it purple. And yeah, so see how it's turning it purple? You can do it this way, you can, here. Okay, so if you want the purple stuff to go away, hit Control D, or you can do selection erase, and you can erase it like that. I usually do Control D, just make sure that all the selection's gone. Okay, so back to the agenda. Okay, so what you do is, this is how I do it, but okay, just do how I do it. Okay, so you just take it and you do it all around, and then you go up here to selection, make sure you're hitting selection, and then hit invert, and then that is inside the cat. It's inside the cat. You can draw anywhere you want inside the cat. Okay, so you go to your coloring layer. I'm gonna get this a really pretty creamy orange color, and then look, like magic, it colors inside the cat. Beautiful inside the cat, inside lines. You don't do outside lines. Okay, so now I'm gonna color in the eyes and the scarf and the nose. This is pretty self-explanatory, but in case you didn't get it yet, I'm just gonna keep on coloring for you. Okay, so if you want to do separate layer, you can do that. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm gonna do it. So, new layer. You make a new layer, and then you pick your color for your eyes or something, and just like this is where you're gonna have to try to like do it inside the lines because it's not very efficient to like keep deselecting and then reselecting just because you want to like, you're too lazy to like do it inside the lines. Okay, I'm probably not making sense. I'm sorry. Just color, okay? Just color. Make sure you do separate layers just in case. Like you don't want to do it all in the same layer because then you might like mess something up. And you need to keep track of your layers too. That's important. Keep track of your layers seriously, because it can get very confusing and very, very painful if you don't keep track of your layers. Okay. I'm just going to skip. Okay, so you see how I have like 3 different layers for all the colors? Now, I wouldn't want that because it's just a lot of layers. You have to keep scrolling up and down and have more layers to keep track of. So what you can do if you want all your coloring to become one big block is just do this thing. There's some scissors and a down arrow, and you're merging your layers. So now all the coloring is on one layer instead of having it on 3 separate layers. Okay, that is basically it.